Some coaching staff news to discuss. The Panthers have made two more hires. Steve Wilks is back as the secondary coach slash pass game coordinator. Boy, that's a mouthful. And Paul Pasqualoni has been hired as the defensive line coach. Wilks obviously was with the team starting in 2012. He was hired by Ron Rivera as the secondary coach, served there until 2016, took over for Sean McDermott in 2017. The Panthers actually had a very good defense in 2017 when he was coordinator. They were seventh in points per game and 11th in yards per game, despite having really a giant bag of crap at defensive back. Remember, it was James Bradbury, Daryl Worley, Jarius Byrd was playing nickelback. So he did a really good job making the most of that situation. As a defensive coordinator, he was a little more blitz happy than I would like to see, but generally speaking, did a very good job. He's a very good communicator. All the time I spent going to training camp, he was one of my favorite coaches to watch. He's got a very booming, very distinct voice. So when he's one of those guys, when he speaks, people listen to him. And I think he'll do a great job developing the younger players. Obviously, J.C. Horn coming back. A lot of the team's success is going to hinge on whether or not he can develop and become a number one corner. There's also Keith Taylor, who showed signs last year, Jeremy Chin. So he is in charge of developing a lot of young, promising players on this team, assuming he'll work with Evan Cooper, who is the cornerbacks coach. Coaching staffs have become a lot more complex, which is understandable in the era of positionless football. You get a lot more of that in the NFL these days. So I'm assuming it'll be a collaborative effort, and I look forward to seeing what he can do. And obviously, Paul Pasqualoni, a veteran coach, was most recently a special assistant to the Florida Gators. He was in the NFL most recently with the Lions, 2018 to 2019. Defensive coordinator, had some mixed results there. Of course, he was the head coach at Syracuse University for 14 years. He was the head coach at UMass for 3 more. So he has extensive experience in college and pros. I like that he has experience. That's definitely a positive. On the negative side, he has a lot of experience. He's 72 years old. And you wonder if a 72-year-old who's been out of the NFL for 2 years is the right guy to hire to develop a lot of young players. The average age of the defensive line of the Panthers is like 24. So you wonder if this guy's going to be able to relate. I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't just promote Don Johnson, not the actor or the coach, Don Johnson, who was the pass rush specialist. Again, another one of those highly specialized coaching positions. I'm surprised they didn't just promote him to defensive line coach and then maybe promote someone up to that position. But again, that will be another collaborative effort, another collaborative approach. The Panthers, they now have 28 coaches, believe it or not, all combined. So that's a lot of coaches, and I'm not going to be Captain Obvious here, but it probably doesn't matter how many coaches the team hires if they don't get the quarterback situation figured out. Just saying.